Hey YouTube, this is Jack here with Raging Rancor. I wanted to go over the recent developments with Disney and Lucasfilm at the investors meeting the other day with Bob Chapek. We got some really interesting responses from him about the whole Gina Carano situation and whether or not Disney has become a partisan organization. If you're new to this channel, please hit like, please subscribe. Trying to build up this channel, and I'd love to get this going on. So if you want to slap a like on this bad boy, I sure would appreciate it. Okay, let's dive in. There's an article I'm going to read part of. Okay, let's just go to it. Disney CEO Bob Chapek asked about Gina Carano firing, says he doesn't see company as left-leaning or right-leaning. Yeah, right. Sure, Bob. Disney CEO Bob Chapek Tuesday said he doesn't really see Disney as characterizing itself as left-leaning or right-leaning. Yeah, that's interesting phrasing, Bob. Disney doesn't characterize itself as left or right. Well, of course, it's not going to come out and openly characterize itself as left or right, but it is clearly one and not the other. When Pedro Pascal and Gina Carano can come out with almost very identical tweets in some ways, but from opposite political points of view, but only one of them gets fired, then there's something going on there. Okay, so Chapek responding to a shareholder who accused Disney and the company of a double standard and firing Gina Carano from The Mandalorian because she is a conservative. The stockholder, speaking during the Q&A portion of Disney's annual shareholder meeting, noted that co-stars Pedro Pascal and Gina Carano both controversially referenced Yahtzee Germany and social media comments, but only she was removed. What about Disney? What about the Disney blacklist? He asked. Chapek didn't speak to the Carano incident directly, but said Disney stands for values that are universal: respect, decency, integrity, and the inclusion, and we seek to have the content that we make reflective of the rich diversity of the world we live in. And I think that's a world we should all live in harmony and peace. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. The actress was let go from the popular Lucasfilm and Disney series on Disney Plus after she took to social media to, as Lucasfilm described it, post abhorrent material that compared the current divided political climate in the U.S. to Yahtzee, Germany. This caused Fire Gina Carano to trend annually, and she was. Carano last month raised the issue of a double standard in an interview with conservative commentator Ben Shapiro, noting that Pascal was not fired for a 2018 tweet comparing undocumented children in cages to the U.S. to Jews in concentration camps. Asked about Lucasfilm chief Kathleen Kennedy, Chapek said he is absolutely thrilled with her, and the company looks forward to having Kathy directing the activities of the entire Lucasfilm operation for many years to come. Okay, so let's dissect that a little bit. So Bob is saying that Disney is not going to characterize itself as being left or right-leaning. I think we all know what the truth is and how they actually characterize themselves. They are obviously partisan. They have been for a long time, and they're not going to stop in the near future, unfortunately. Disney is going to continue being a partisan organization, as is almost every organization in the entertainment industry, in the news industry. The entire American media, entertainment, and news has gone partisan, and it has been that way for at least 20 years. Now, of course, the news has always had a left-leaning bent, as has Hollywood, but it has not been as openly radicalized as it has been in recent years. Just the last 5 years has been incredible, the amount of radicalization we have seen. The left has gone truly, to the pole I have nothing against people on the left or on the right. I don't consider myself one or the other. I'm a pragmatist, and I don't want to scare away anybody on either side. I'm happy to have a conversation, but that's kind of the point. Is that Disney is firing people for having a conversation if you approach it from a certain point of view, to use a Star Wars phrase. So what's up with that, Disney? Why is it that Pedro Pascal can say something very similar to what Gina Carano said and not get fired, but she is shit canned instantly? Clearly there is a bias going on there, and that's not healthy, that is divisive and oppressive in being an actor or a creative in Hollywood right now. If you are a centrist or even conservative, has got to be terrifying because you truly are under the eye of Big Brother, and if you step out of line, they will go after you. My hat's off to Gina Carano. She has a lot of courage. I like her as an actor, as an entertainer. I hope that she goes on to have a great career, and I hope she comes back from this stronger than ever. Okay, moving on to the whole Kathleen Kennedy situation. Bob Chapek said he hopes that she goes on to work for Lucasfilm for many years to come. That's not my opinion. I hope that she leaves as soon as possible. She's been terrible for Star Wars. She has overseen the poisoning of the soul of Star Wars, and she has done that deliberately and intentionally, mostly for political reasons. So I love Star Wars very much. I think that's probably clear from what I've put on my channel so far. But I love the original trilogy and things that are, beholden to the tone and the spirit of the original trilogy. And that is not the sequels at all. You could argue The Force Awakens is in the same spirit. But the follow-ups to that drop the ball on that. And I'm not even a fan of The Force Awakens at this point. I was when it first came out. It was a fun movie. It was Star Wars light. I was annoyed that they rebooted the conflict from the original trilogy, tried to get the whole Empire Rebellion dichotomy going. And I thought that was the wrong way to go. The universe needed to evolve, not reboot. But it was still a fun, entertaining popcorn movie that felt Star Wars-y, however light and empty, but it set up conflicts to come in the future that the sequels did not deliver on. And in fact, they really didn't deliver on it. They kind of ruined Star Wars, especially The Last Jedi. Look what they did to Luke Skywalker. I mean, that was awful. I am not a big fan of Kathy Kennedy or Rian Johnson or any of those people that has brought Star Wars to this point. I really have been enjoying The Mandalorian, and I was really hoping that Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni would be taking over Star Wars. All hope is not lost on that front. There is still a civil war being waged in Lucasfilm right now. And Kathy Kennedy is on the defense, seemingly. Obviously, Bob Chapek has her back. The Disney higher-ups have her back. That could all be optics, though. Operationally, practically speaking, Jon Favreau could have more power, at least over certain projects. He seems like he has locked her out of the editing room or the studio of The Mandalorian, and hopefully that will be true of any other of the Star Wars properties that he works on, that he will have creative control and she will have little to no input. And as his power grows, hers will diminish, if that happens. Now, it could just be that he works on The Mandalorian, and that's all he ever works on at Lucasfilm. So we'll just have to see. It's a waiting game. I do look forward to more Mandalorian. I look forward to the Book of Boba Fett and the Ahsoka Tano show. Anything that Jon Favreau is producing or creating involving Star Wars. I'm tempted just to write new Star Wars off and, go live my life without Star Wars. But unfortunately, I have seen the destruction of Luke Skywalker as a character, the ruining of my childhood hero. And I have a lot invested in that, obviously, as a lot of people do. And I very much want to see Luke redeemed and Star Wars redeemed. So I am going to continue watching Star Wars as long as there's good Star Wars being made in the hopes that that can happen. If Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni leave Star Wars, or if they make The Mandalorian so that it leads into the sequels, justifying the awful sequels, then I'm out. I'm gone. So I hope that doesn't happen. Time will tell. Thanks for watching. It's been fun talking about Star Wars with you guys. If you've enjoyed the contents of this video, please slap a like on this bad boy. Comment below. Commenting really helps, and it's kind of fun. I would like to know what you guys think, and I could comment back, and we could start a dialogue going. So, yeah, comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this. And don't forget to hit subscribe and the bell beside it. And until next time, Jack out.